Hello, welcome back to the breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got a breaking news report coming out from Ukraine to share with all of you. We're going to talk about Ukraine's defense industry in this video, and we're going to go over a story that we briefly brought up this morning with our update video for the Russia Ukraine war. We're going to talk about the new BARS missile that has been announced today. Take a look at your screen here. Ukraine produces new BARS missile drone with 700 to 800 kilometer range. Ukraine has developed a new drone missile called BARS, capable of striking targets up to 800 kilometers away inside Russian territory, citing an anonymous Ukrainian government source. Okay, so Ukraine has been unveiling all kinds of crazy new weaponry recently over the past few months. We heard about the Peklo missile drone or cruise missile that was announced just a few months back. Also, the Palinitsia rocket drone that has been announced. Ukraine's been coming out with all kinds of innovative FPV drones and sea-based drones as well. We had the Kotron that was announced recently also. So we're going to talk about this BARS missile and the few details that are coming out regarding it. Right now, not too much information regarding this missile just yet. Maybe we'll get more of that later on down the road. And the picture that you're looking at here is actually not the real missile. This is just an AI generated photo that I pulled up for you guys just to kind of use it for illustrative purposes, but that is not the actual missile you were looking at just for prior notice. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this. We're going to hop on over here to United 24 Media. Let's talk about this new missile here. Ukraine's new BARS missile drone can hit targets 500 miles inside Russia. This is coming out today, April 16, 2025. Here's a little photo that they shared as well. Just an illustrative image, not the actual missile that you're looking at. And it says right here, Ukraine has developed a new medium-range strike weapon known as BARS drone missile, capable of targeting military infrastructure deep inside Russian territory. According to the BBC, the BARS missile is a private sector innovation and is comparable in design to the previously disclosed Ukrainian cruise missile Peklo, with an estimated range of 700 to 800 kilometers. The missile falls into the middle strike category. The missile is part of Ukraine's growing family of so-called drone missiles, a hybrid class combining features of cruise missiles and unmanned aerial vehicles. These weapons typically use compact turbojet engines, carry a relatively small warhead estimated at 50 to 100 kilograms, can be launched from both ground-based platforms and aircraft. Their design makes them harder to intercept by enemy air defenses, okay? So we've talked about, several of these missiles. Here's like the Neptune it's talking about here. The Neptune missile, we know Ukraine has upgraded that missile. And that's a cruise missile they've been using. Sometimes they strike Crimea with that. And also we had a refinery being hit inside of Russia recently with one of those. Palinitsia rocket drone, we've talked about that in the past. The Peklo cruise missile and the Ruda missile as well. So it'll kind of talk about some of these here in the comparison of the different missiles that Ukraine is working on compared to the BARS system that has been announced. So it says here the main advantage of the BARS system is its scalability. It is designed for mass production within Ukraine, allowing the defense forces to conduct regular long-range precision strikes against targets beyond the front line. So it kind of reminds me of the Trembita missile that Ukraine is also focusing on right now. They even have like some missiles that are like dummy warheads, so they can use them to, force Russia to waste their air defense missiles trying to shoot these things down. It kind of reminds me of that because they're doing the same thing, mass producing the Trembita missile right now. The unveiling of the BARS follows the introduction of several other Ukrainian-made missile systems over the past year, including the Peklo, a cruise missile with an estimated range of up to 700 kilometers and speed of 700 kilometers per hour, Palinitsia ground-launched turbojet missile with a range of approximately 600 kilometers, equipped with satellite and inertial navigation systems. The Ruda missile, a drone missile with an estimated range of up to 300 kilometers and speeds reaching 800 kilometers per hour, potentially capable of conducting both strike and reconnaissance missions. The BARS is expected to be operational in the near term, providing Ukrainian forces with additional strike capabilities for operations against military targets inside of Russia. Okay, so wouldn't be surprised over the next month or two we actually see this thing be unveiled. We'll probably have real photos to show you guys here very soon. So this is kind of like a little map to show how deep inside Russia this missile could potentially go. If it goes 700 to 800 kilometers, it would be close to this 1,000 kilometer line. Here's Moscow right here. Okay, Moscow is only around 400 to 500 kilometers deep into Russian territory. So many of these missiles and missile drones, cruise missiles that they're working on right now can definitely reach Moscow, and that's what we might see happening in the future. It also says here, although detailed specifications and imagery of the missile remain classified, earlier in 2024, Ukraine's defense industry ramped up missile production eightfold, manufacturing over 100 domestically produced missiles, including new systems like Peklo, Palinitsia, Ruda, and Bars. Peklo, in particular, entered serial production rapidly. 100 units were produced in just 3 months. Built with 70% Ukrainian components designed for flexible assembly, the missile combines low cost and long range precision. Okay, so something to note here where they're talking about 70% Ukrainian components being used to produce like the Peklo. Okay, so what Ukraine is really focusing on right now is trying to be fully self-sustainable in terms of producing their own military equipment. I think they were saying right now they produce around 40 to 50% of their own needs for this war, including like ammunition, which is pretty big. I mean, if Ukraine is able to produce 50% of their own, that's much bigger and a higher percentage of how things were towards the beginning of the war. So Ukraine is definitely becoming more self-sufficient and sustainable in this war, and at the same time coming out with all kinds of new weapons like you see here with the new Bars missile. So as soon as we get more information, I will do another update video for you guys and give you more info on this new missile that has been produced and developed right now. And I'm sure we'll get more information on it here soon in the next couple of months as well. So let me know what you think about this new Bars missile drone down below in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.